must have gone through a wormhole. It's a triple, no, quadruple system. It's beautiful.
He's heard it rumored that the Earth is round and is attempting to walk to the Indies, the idiot.
It's not round, it's flat.
The idiot? There are some famous geographers and mathematicians who also believe the Earth is round.
It isn't round, it's flat.
Do you recollect that letter we had from, what's his name? Christopher Columbus, who wrote claiming that he could, by steering a westerly course, reach the Indies?
It's flat.
I'm greatly tempted to endow the venture.
Our country could not afford the risk of such an enterprise.
Columbus. Man's the laughing stock of the court of Spain.
Who knows? The future may prove Ferdinand's court was the laughing stock.
It isn't round.
What are you mumbling about, Doctor?
The Earth isn't round, it's flat.
How do you know?
I've observed it in all my travels over Europe. It's flat. Everywhere it's flat.
Oh, let's listen.
I'm kind of retarded. We've been through 2 black holes, Alex. By the time I get back, she'll be 128 years old.
No, if you go the other way, cancel the sun's gravity, reducing time on Earth by the diminutive effect.
20,000 of those. And then 5 days later, he tied his car up to the most powerful rocket ever made and shot it into fucking space. And then the rocket fucking landed itself.
Good afternoon. Everything is going extremely well. The 9000 series is the most reliable computer ever made. I am putting myself to the fullest possible use, which is all I think that any conscious entity can ever hope to do. Sorry about this. I know it's a bit silly.
That means you'll still be there when I get back.
Trust me.
You're not dying, Alex.
Let me put it this way. It's rather difficult to define.
If I harness the right amount of energy, I could drill a black hole through the sun.
The old can never last. The new is claiming its place. It's foolish to cling to the past.
So you spin, when you spin pizza dough, it kind of flattens out. Yeah. Gets wider in the middle, and so
we are at a time in history where we can change the world. What do we want to pass on to future generations? That we just stayed here on Earth, that we didn't look out to find out where we come from and are we alone? No, we want to pass on this joy, this excitement.
When a nation dreams big, everything falls into place.
Beyond the horizon, over the next hill, that's where we make discoveries.
That's the next frontier.
It is in us to look farther and deeper. It's deep within us. That is why we are all here. Over the next hill, beyond the horizon.
Dream of tomorrow, tomorrow. Long for the open seas. All for this adventure. Dream big, dream big. Dream of tomorrow, tomorrow. Long for the open seas, for the open seas.
There are lots of huge frozen worlds caught beyond Neptune. Huge frozen worlds. Seek out these other worlds. Hundreds of other worlds caught beyond Neptune. Caught beyond Neptune. Seek out these other worlds.
Audacious visions have the power to alter mind states, to change assumptions about what is possible.
Beyond the horizon, over the next hill. That's where we make discoveries.
That's the next frontier.
It is in us to look farther and deeper. It's deep within us. That is why we are all here. Over the next hill, beyond the horizon. If we are to discover life on another world, it will change the way everyone feels about what it is to be a living thing in the cosmos.
You know Newton and Einstein and Bill Nye and Tesla, Feynman and Curie and old Mendeleev, but do you recall the most famous scientist of all, Neil the deGrasse Tyson, had a couple hundred tweets, and if you ever read one, you would think it's really neat. All of the other scientists used to bow and call him great. They always left little Neil in charge of the science games. Then one foggy solstice eve, Sagan came to say, Neil, with your brain so big, explain how elegant the universe is. Then how the public loved him as they shouted out with glee, Neil the deGrasse Tyson, you deserve a PhD.
What it is to be a living thing in the cosmos.
Is a virus alive? Is crystal alive? Does life need this? Does life need liquid water? Is a virus alive? Does life have metabolism? Does life need this? Is a virus alive? Is crystal alive? They're asking these questions.
Working together, I claim we can change the world.
There's a just tremendously exciting prospect called solar sailing, and it works exactly as an ordinary sailboat does.
It takes you to where you want to go. It's a whole new kind of idea. It travels on the wind from the sun. It takes you to where you want to go. It's a whole new kind of idea. It travels on the wind from the sun. These dreams prevail in the citizens' ambitions.
It is time to set sail for the 21st century.
Beyond the horizon, over the next hill, that's where we make discoveries.
That's the next frontier.
It is in us to look farther and deeper. It's deep within us. That is why we are all here. Over the next hill, beyond the horizon. Beyond the horizon.
That's the next frontier.
It is in us to look farther and deeper. It's deep within us. That is why we are all here. Over the next hill, beyond the horizon.
Find your place in space. Space is vast and unexplored. When I look up at the night sky, and I know that, yes, we are part of this universe, we are in this universe, but perhaps more important than both of those facts is that the universe is in us. When I reflect on that fact, I look up. Many people feel small because they're small and the universe is big, but I feel big because my atoms came from those stars. So, Earth, throughout its life, even when it formed, it was spinning, and got a little wider at the equator than it does at the poles. So it's not actually a sphere. It's oblate, and officially it's an oblate spheroid. That's what it's called. But not only that, it's slightly wider below the equator.
And there's no replacing her.
Look, Chuck,
Artificiality
looks like
is hurting and disgracing her. We act like there's another but it's cause we're so afraid of her and the magnitude of the powers that have created her. There is no debating her, the conversation moves ahead. If we do not save her, then in decades we will all be dead. Oceans turn from blue to red and grass will turn from green to brown. Clouds fill up the skies and acid rain begins to hit the ground. However, powers devour the whole. We're cowards that think that we're standing alone. An hour a day in everyone's home. Empower the way that you care for your own.
These guys were around when Columbus set sail. They'd be charter members of the Flat Earth Society.
Off into space. Man, that takes real teamwork. And here's a team of junior spacemen with an out-of-this-world breakfast. And now, here's a special out-of-this-world free offer. This moon rocket kit, both a toy and an exciting game. First, blast off. It separates in midair and lands 2 spacemen on a moon map. You get this wonderful game only through this free offer. Send your name and address and 1 V8 label plus 1 box top from these specially marked packages of Cheerios, Kix, or Frostios to Moon Rocket Kit, Mount Vernon 10, New York. Get Campbell's V8 cocktail vegetable juice with any one of these Big G cereals.
The current members of the Flat Earth Society in Congress, and again, I just want everybody to be clear, because sometimes when you listen to the news and you listen to some of these other politicians, they seem a little bit confused about what I'm saying. You know, if some of these folks were around when Columbus set sail, they must have been founding members of the Flat Earth Society. They would not have believed that the world was round. If I say that the world is round and someone else says it's flat, that's worth reporting. But you might also want to report on a bunch of scientific evidence that seems to support the notion that the world is round. We don't have time for a meeting of the Flat Earth Society.
Humans, for the most part, don't have a clue. They don't want one or need one either. They're happy. They think they have a good bead on things.
Well, why the big secret? People are smart. They can handle it.
A person is smart. People are dumb, panicky, dangerous animals, and you know it. 1,500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was the center of the universe. 500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was flat.
Skylar, I was medicated. I mean, I could have said the world was flat.
You know what I think? I think you accidentally told the truth.
The pitcher, steroid Santa Claus, kicks and deals. It's a long fly ball going back, and the ball shatters the sky, bringing the ocean itself down into the stadium. Oh, Simpson just broke this dream's reality wide open.
Están planteando evacuar toda la ínsula. Las personas, como decíamos, están planteando evacuar toda la ínsula. Las personas.
These are bringing the peace.
Jesuit-trained Belgian priest Georges Lemaitre is the father of the so-called Big Bang Theory, the idea that first there was nothing and then it exploded. He was a close co-worker of just such a Jewish puppet, Albert Einstein. Einstein bolstered the Jesuit cosmology with his convoluted theory of relativity. The problem was that observations of both scientists and laymen weren't matching what so-called astronomers were telling us. And so Einstein fabricated the theory of relativity to claim that your reality was relative to the time-space continuum. It is purposefully almost impossible to understand. You're just supposed to trust science and astronomy. The Jesuits then jumped on with dinosaurs and Charles Darwin to claim the Earth is billions of years old. And wherever Darwin's theory of evolution had holes, Jesuits stepped up to fill the gap. Jesuits like Pierre Teilhard de Chardin, the father of the New Age. After fabricating the ape-like pre-humans that we supposedly came from, even students of evolution became concerned that there was a, quote, missing link between primitive apes and modern humans. A discovery was made in 1912 to bridge that gap. Having been found in Piltdown, East Sussex, England, it was named Piltdown Man. Unfortunately, it was also found to be a hoax. The skull of a small human with the altered mandible and teeth of an orangutan. Sometime later, paleontologist Stephen Jay Gould uncovered the father of that hoax, a Jesuit priest named Pierre Teilhard de Chardin. There are many such examples in archaeology and paleontology, and yet no one asks, why would so-called scientists be fabricating evidence?
We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win.
The drink the astronauts took to the moon.
Astronauts to the moon.
Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. Let rain pour, 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 let rain pour. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. Let rain pour, 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 let rain Fill my heart with song, let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you.
I know there's a strategy. I know you're coming back with reinforcements, something. I know there's a plan. can tell me no other human will ever know.
There is no plan.
Didn't we? We were hidden in the first booster rocket to separate. Splashed down back in the Atlantic just as planned. We ain't going nowhere.
construct is echoed through all hubs of the system. It's everywhere. Everywhere we look, this construct stares back at us.
It's becoming 100% crystal clear that you and the other space programs that are in operation are connected and are deceiving the entire world. More and more people are waking up every single day, and we are now able to see right through you.